Hello, everybody. Namaste, Hari Om. I hope you all are enjoying your journey. So today's subject is about which everybody should listen to it and focus on this subject, because this is a very important subject and it is the root of all the sufferings which human beings go through. And if you have to think of one basic flaw in our culture, in our system, is that our relation with our sexuality. So now I will explain you that what is the mechanism of this, what is the reason and why it is so. Because everything in universe is energy, and the center of that energy in our body is our sex center. And it is the most sacred center because this center creates human beings. And it's interesting that how our current culture and many of the religions are creating condemnation in our mind about our sexuality. This is a very deep strategy. You should understand it very deeply, that if you want to control somebody, the strategy is first make them go against their own power, make them go against their own sexuality. When person becomes split, guilty, schizophrenic about their own energy, they become weak. Then you can be manipulated. Then you can be given the greeds of heaven and some later on spiritual experience, and they will follow you because they are not feeling good as they are. I have met and experienced thousands of people, men and women, I have seen, which I couldn't tell them. Their basic issue is their relationship with their sexuality. Their mind's relationship with the sexual energy is so corrupted and it's so fucked up, they don't even realize. That's why most of the relations, most of the marriages are living in a disaster. They are failing because the relationship with the sexual energy is very, very sick. And the reason for this is not you. Reason for this is the whole system of, and it's basically implanted into us by immature religions, or not even religions, the people who represented that religion, priests and pundits and all those people. The concepts of brahmacharya, the concept of how sexuality is bad, dirty, and it distracts you. I could never understand that how such a beautiful and sacred thing, which forms a new human, Ram, Krishna, Buddha, Osho, Sadguru, Mahavir, all these great beings came through sexuality. So how this thing can be dirty? So what you need to do is really dig up into your mind during writing, that what are your attitudes, what are your guilts, and what are your fears about your sexual energy, your sexuality, about relating with the other, about sex. And do you know that 80 to 90% of internet is used only for pornography? And why is that? This is what is the basic reason for all the problems which people are facing about failure and suffering and all that, is that sexual energy, its center has changed from the Muladhara or the second chakra to the mind, to the head. So people are living, even in relations, even during the sexual process, they are living the sex of their mind. And that is ugly and that is dirty, because your attitude is very livid about it, very not so healthy. Because most of the people, when they enter into a sexual relation, they corrupt each other's energy by their attitudes. A man is treating his woman like a pornographic idol, and that alters the energy of the woman, and woman is doing the same thing to the man. But like in Tantra, they say that if you touch your woman or man as divinity, and if you enter sexuality as a sacred fire in which you are entering with reverence and with devotion, it will transform both of you. In the past, why practices of Tantra, the techniques which were related with the sex, why they were kicked out of India, why they were destroyed. There were certain practices in Tantra where a couple used to live together in a one robe. Their bodies were negative, positive, were close to each other. But their sex was not a typical sex of doing ejaculation or orgasm, and the mind is rushing into it and then later feeling guilty and down about it. Your body loses not much through sexuality. It's your mind and its guilt and ugly energy which creates a down and depression. Otherwise, you both shared the energy. You should feel more deeply connected. But that doesn't happen. What happens is that when couple is engaging into this kind of sacred process during the sex, they become very powerful. One of the methods was that they would engage into sexual act, but they will not go for orgasm or anything. They would just enjoy each other's energy, touch each other and foreplay. And that romance of energy, that will create such a strong energy field between both of them that within few years, this couple could manifest anything. Because sex energy is about manifesting human beings. And if you are not guilty about it, if you are healthy about it, you can manifest anything into your life. So prosperity in life, success in life is related with your sexual energy. So does your psychological health and mental health. Because at the core of our energy, which is sexual energy, we have gone wrong. Have you noticed that so many so-called gurus end up in sex scandals? So many yogis, and I see this almost every day. I see it almost every day that people are struggling with their sexuality. Yogis and pandits are also end up having scandals with the girls and their students and all that. Why that is happening? That is happening because they disrespected the Shakti inside. They really called it something of Maya, illusion, and not good. So they said spiritual is the more truth. It's like you are appreciating a flower but criticizing your roots. So how long that flower can survive? So this is basic law of karma. You cannot say that I like one side of the stick. The lower side of the stick I do not like. A stick is, by definition, two sides, lower side and upper side. So you have to understand how this starts. When a child is growing up, he is doing all the cute things. Parents are very happy. But as soon as a child is touching his genitalia, in that moment, parents freak out. They say, hey, baby, don't do this. That is dirty. That is bad. And that is the first trauma for the child. For a child, when he's touching or she is touching their own genitalia, it's a beautiful energy sensation. And that's where the confusion happens, the first corruption happens. And you start to do it alone, hiding in a guilty way that you're doing something wrong, as if you are doing something illegal in your life. But that touching for child is first time experiencing the body as a joy, the body as an ecstasy, the happiness. In relation to this, I have met so many people in my life in last 35, 40 years, thousands and thousands of people. And while talking to them, I realized that they have a even when they are feeling happy or pleasure with something, they are feeling little bit guilty inside, because they feel that they are wrong in some way because they are feeling so happy and joyful. And usually they bring in philosophy, yeah, this is transitory. Suffering is also transitory. Please keep this in mind. Happiness and suffering both are transitory. So that creates a balance in the mind. So anyway, coming back to that guilt feeling with the happiness, and nobody ever feels guilty or justified when they're feeling suffering. They are just saying, yeah, I'm suffering, and they feel that as if they have gotten a trophy, and they talk proudly about it. But nobody talks proudly about their happiness, about their joy, about their pleasures. Everybody talks about their pains and sufferings. Because one of the reasons why we stick with the suffering is because in suffering, you have nothing to lose now. You feel very secure there. But in happiness, you feel insecure. So mostly people start to live into negative suffering world because that's there they feel safe. At the rock bottom, you have nothing to lose because you are already drowned. So that psychologically it becomes a safe haven to live in. Then you become critical and judgmental to other people's happinesses because you are doing the same to yourself. So for a healthy mind, it is necessary first you change your attitude towards your joy, towards your pleasure, towards your sexuality, and don't treat it like a lower subject. Don't treat spirituality as an upper subject. And this part is also related with money making, because if you have a healthy sex center, you will be prosperous in your life, because it's the creative energy of the sex center which becomes art, which becomes prosperity on the level of wealth, and it's the same energy which becomes your spirituality. If you take it like water, your sexuality is like water, and our mind is like an ice. So if mind is too dominant, your energy will become rigid like ice. But if it becomes intelligent, then you start to flow. Flow of sexual energy is the flow of your all chakras. If your sexual energy is flowing healthily into your body, your channels, energy channels, their blockages will be removed, and you will feel very good into your body. You will enjoy the juice of life. For a healthy sexual person, to sit in a garden listening to the sounds, touch of the wind, it's all pleasurable. Sex is just one phenomenon, but what we call about rasa, it is deeply related with the sex energy. Krishna is called Puran Avatar, means complete incarnation of God, because he accepted all levels of human existence, from sex till spirituality, all the dimensions of making money, of romancing, of politics, of creativity, of sadhana, of practice. Everything are the colors of humans. On the level of breath, because of our sexual repression, we do not breathe deeply. When a child is born till the age of 3 or 4, your breath goes too deep into your sex center. It touches the thumb of your feet. And our breath stays up in the rib cage, because whenever you are rejected in your life about your sexual energy, a blockage is created into your breathing. You don't breathe deep. You breathe only in the lungs, and your diaphragm is rigid, because of if you repress sexual energy and emotions, your diaphragm becomes rigid. So to breathe deep, if you breathe deep for one day, you will feel you're feeling very sexual also. But that is not a problem. Sexual energy is your creative energy. Here I would like to add that very important aspect is that which Osho, somebody asked Osho that how to deal with the sexual energy and desire in everyday life. He said, I give you the golden key. Golden key is creativity. Because sex energy is the creative energy. It needs creative expression. It wants to give birth to something. Instead of giving birth to a child, which is about sex process, you can give birth to a painting, to a dance, or just sing a song or celebrate. These are all expressions of that creative energy. Instead of calling it sex energy, which is negative, which word has become negative in our culture, you can call it creative energy. More you are creative, less you will be obsessed with sex, because sex is not something psychological. It is the need of the body to create, to manifest new forms. And the root of it is our body has capacity through sexual energy to manifest a baby, to a living human being. You must have noticed or not, I do not know, most of the artists are very sexual people. And also they also suffer from this repression because they end up destroying their life out of high sexuality. They overindulge. Same happened with hippie culture. They suddenly said, oh, we do not believe into sexual repression. So they overindulged and that culture disappeared. So sex is not about repressing or overindulging in the name of freedom. Oh, I am free, I can do anything. No, you're damaging yourself. Remember always, any energy in nature has three aspects. It can create you, it can burn you, it can destroy you. Like fire. Fire can burn you, but it also cooks for you and it also gives you wisdom, the light. So same is with the sex energy. If you overindulge, it will destroy you. But if you use it with the reverence, it can bring creativity, love, and health into your life. And this same sexual energy becomes wisdom in us. Always remember that. Highly intelligent people are also highly sexual people. It's not they are just having sex around. Their way of experiencing their orgasm is by discovering things through the mind, by going deep into things. In Tantra, every relation is an exchange of sexual energy. You may be talking, any deep conversation or dialogue is a sexual phenomenon. Because what happens in sex is that there is a negative energy and positive energy, male, female, and exchange happens. So when you're talking, somebody is listening, and when you are listening, somebody is talking. If that exchange is healthy, you both will be enhanced and joyful in that dialogue, in that conversation. So, per our root energy of sex, we do not have good relation. So no matter what practices you do, whatever you do, if you do not honor and revere your sexual energy, you will end up creating mess because the core of your energy is corrupted. So that's why there is a downfall of many people. Even great Baba sadhus, there our scriptures are filled with the stories that how at the last moment of enlightenment, uh, a woman angel appeared and distracted him sexually. Why did that happen? That happened because he entered into that process by criticizing sex, not honoring the sex energy. When you honor your sexual energy, you are honoring the Shakti, the Devi of the cosmos. Then it starts to support you. Whatever I have been talking about, honoring your body, it also means honoring your sexual energy. Once that sexual energy is freed from your mental and social repressions, then you become powerful and creative. And there is a danger for society or systems is that A human being who is powerful and creative, they will not follow your slaveries, your commandments. They will say, I don't care. I have my direction and my creativity, and I trust that. And now the second issue, because with this also I receive many questions about people, they feel split because they want to do spiritual practice, but they also have to do business and make money. My simple answer to that is that this is only a mind game in the head, dividing making money and spirituality as two separate things. Because both are tools of human, both are energies of human. Sex, making money, prosperity, and spirituality, it's one integrated whole. And issue is not in reality, issue is in the head. So that's what I try to share with people, that your action is sacred. And if you see your action as sacred, then your action is spiritual. Then you can create with that art, you can create money with that, you can create spirituality with that. So your energy has dimensions of dealing with material, dealing with the relation and existing in society, and dealing or connecting with the higher, the spiritual, the dimension beyond. But these all three are play of the expression of the one Devi, one Shakti, one Durga, one Kali. In India, one of the names, which is a beautiful name, is the for the goddess of Lakshmi energy, is that Tripura Sundari, means the beautiful Devi, which has three forts, three palaces, three cities. And it's not three separate cities. Within your energy, it has three aspects: physical aspect, energetic aspect, and the mental aspect. These are your three Devis. These are your three Shaktis. So stop first on the mental level. Start judging to stop judging in your mind that spiritual and material or money making is separate. They are not. You need money to survive. So making money is not a desire. Making money is a need, and need can be fulfilled. Yes, same need becomes the ego game. That is negative. So you have to look within yourself. Why you want to make lots of money? Is this a game to impress people? Because many people ask me, I have this desire to make money, lots of money. But you have to look carefully about these desires, that are you fulfilling your need and creating welfare inside you and around you, or are you want to show off and prove out of your inferiority complex, you want to prove to people that I am something, I am rich. Then you are on a non-spiritual or negative path. That is a negative materiality, because we have forgotten about the positive materiality. Then you will call a farmer a material who is growing crops and selling them. Then you will call artist a materialist. You see, we have to look deeply into our beliefs about things. That's why I asked all of you to write every morning. Write your thoughts out. That's where you will discover how you are following unnecessary, without any logic, certain thoughts and certain points. And remember, when you say I want to make a lots of money, you are not realizing what you're asking is that you are saying that you want to make lots of money, which also means you are going to invest your time and life energy into that game. And you will get your money, but you will be empty. I have met many rich people, many people who have lots of money, who have lots of luxury. When I meet them, They have no energy into their body. They are empty. Just all the show off is there, which is trying to impress others. So this is how they get their energy, by impressing people, and people give their power to them. Oh wow, this person is so amazing, I want to be like that. And that is all their kick is. Otherwise, physically, mentally, have you seen most of the rich people are suffering from physical problems, and their doctors are earning a lot from them. I meet villagers here. They are so easy and relaxed. Even the depression is here as well. But they're working every day and living a simple, natural life. They are so joyous and happy for small things. So making money is not an issue. Given that you do not have issue with making money, you don't call it spiritual. This stupid idea is very dominant in India, especially. Because in India, we glorified poverty as a part of spiritual virtue. No, we don't even realize we are representing this vast royal cosmos, and it doesn't want us to be poor. It wants us to be prosperous. It wants us to be celebrative, and it wants us to be giving and prosperous like gardens, giving out fruits. Nature is not poor. Nature is rich. But we have associated the idea of richness with the idea of having money. But richness has another definition. That is abundance in your emotions, abundance of energy in your body, abundance of beautiful ideas into your head, into your mind. Such abundance will create prosperity on the level of money as well. But that won't be your obsession. You think you got money, you got everything. No, you got nothing. It is having lots of money is an idea. You can only live one moment and taste its juice. That's all you live ever in your life, just this moment. And rest are just ideas. So real wealth is to realize that are you capable of enjoying your present moment? Then you are super rich. If you are enjoying your present and communicating with it, life will give you what you need. Because then you are revering this mother, this creative energy, this present moment, and you think it will not support you, it will not give you back, it gives back. But we are never here. We are asking authorities or banks for money. We are not asking this life, make me rich. I am not here talking about richness of money. I am here talking about the real richness of being a human who is appreciating and loving others, who has capacity to fight also, who has capacity to love also. Such human being is a prosperous human being. Such person will not go into ego trips of making money. Here I am not saying you don't make money. I am saying do not have ego trips, dominant games. If I have millions of rupees, then I will show everybody how I am. No, you show it by being a creative human. Don't buy their attention, but attract their attention by your beauty of expression of life, by your beauty, by your behavior, by your magnificence as a human being. That's what Krishna means. Attraction, that which attracts like gravity. That is not created by money. That is created by your connection with your interiority, your connection with your sexual energy, your connection with your material or the communicative energy, which is prosperity and wealth, which is we call Lakshmi, and your connection with your Saraswati, the wisdom, the intelligence. When you have these three Devis, physical, energetic, and mental, and their creativity, you are a super rich. You are actually divine. Because now there is no separation between you and the divinity. But that does not mean you will go out and tell people, touch my feet or do this because I am divine. Such a person realizes that every person is divine. Somebody asked Osho that how you see the relation of disciple and guru. He said, as far as disciple is concerned, there is a guru and disciple. But as far as guru is concerned, there is no guru, there is no disciple. It's one divine cosmos, just playing different roles. If you are misinformed or you know less, you will think each wave is separate. But if you know it deeply, it's just one ocean. It's just play of different waves appearing and disappearing. So same is true about our different issues. So start to take the issues of making money, spirituality and your sexuality as one energy with its three expression. When you allow and give freedom to these three energies, only then life gives you prosperity and freedom to be who you are. You cannot go there like saying that, oh, money is bad or the body is bad, I want only spiritual, I want liberation. You are disrespecting the cosmos, you are disrespecting the divine, because every particle of life is divine. Every particle of life is vibrating with life. Every particle of you, your body, is vibrating with joy. But why you are not feeling it, you have to ask this question. Because joy will not come into special events or special places or special ashrams. Life is a constant movement of creativity, joy and celebration. And you have to ask yourself why you are missing this juice. That is the first beginning. And that's where I am helping to discover what are your blockages. I'm not trying to give you joy. I'm trying to tell you about your blockages and remove them, because joy is there. To be here in this present moment and feeling this cosmos as your body, feeling the wisdom of the cosmos as your mind, feeling the energy of the cosmos as your heart. Then from that place when you function, and it's not, I'm not talking this as some spiritual practice, one day it will happen. You have to see it is happening right now. Your body is always cosmic. Your mind is always part of the cosmic movement of mind. But we are not giving ourselves this reverence and this devotion. We are considering ourselves as something wrong, something bad, something dirty. Because these are the ideas implanted by society into us, by other people into us, who are also self-rejecting. So they give their disease to us as well. So when you are chanting Om, you are unifying these three cities into you. But when you are making sound of Om, I would like to tell you that when you are hearing your sound and making the sound, see it as a sacred sound of the Shakti, of Devi, of cosmos. Because this sound is creating the whole cosmos which you are vibrating. So that is the first approach towards your body, energy and mind. Start to treat your body with respect like it's a temple of you. Start to treat your emotions and your thoughts with honor, because there's nothing wrong. And you have any issues or crises, this is part of creativity. And remember, life is never easy. If it was easy, it will be so fucking boring that you will be saying, oh, I want to get out. Complexity is part of being creativity. Just imagine a mind which is exploding. This cosmos is the mind of this cosmos, body of this cosmos. It has variant billions and billions of forms and galaxies. How such energy can be simple? It is complex, but in its flow it is easy. We have gone opposite. We start to simplify the cosmos, but our movement of energy has become difficult. The flow carries the wisdom. When I sometimes tell people to chant Ram or any other name of God, so they say whom we should address. I say you address it to yourself. This is not your body. This body is the temple of Ram, and the sound in it is the sound of Ram. And they kind of get very, oh, no, 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 I am not there yet, and all that. This is your stupidity. Divine is always available. Anybody who tells you that it's a long journey, you will get it, these are the way to control you, to get your money or something. Otherwise, you can sit down anywhere, anytime, and feel your body, your presence as divinity, and give yourself. So it's same with Tantra. If you see yourself as divine, your divinity will start to wake up. But if you see yourself as non-divine and somebody sinful, then that's what you are manifesting. By the end of it, anyway, it is all divine game of playing all these politics, wars and this and that. Nobody is dying and nobody is going anywhere. It's a play for cosmos. If a person treats their body, their mind and their emotions with reverence and respect, and such person qualifies to have a beautiful relations because they will treat other body, other mind, other energy with reverence. And that sparks a new creativity into life, new prosperity into life. And lastly, the secret of business in India, which we call Lakshmi, is not wealth. Lakshmi means dialogue between two hearts, is that is the real abundance and prosperity of life is. If you have connection of heart with hundreds of people, you will never have to worry about your survival, because heart connection is of supporting each other, giving each other support and life, and that's what real wealth is. So if you have customers, treat them with reverence and respect. Even your product is costly, they would like to come to you again and again because they feel good with you. And that is the secret. I've been to many cafes in my life, and there are some not so good cafes, but the owner treats you like a king. Welcome, sir, here. Oh, please, please, no, 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 don't worry. And you want to go there again and again. But there are some nice shops with good products, and you go there, the owner treats you like shit, like a beggar. Yes, what you want? Yeah, we have this, check it there. And you will not go to that place again, because we are not looking for beautiful products. We are looking for beautiful human beings who makes you feel beautiful human being. And that is the secret to business, to relation, to anything. And that is the secret of Tantra. Treat the other, yourself, as beautiful sacred being, and you will get the same response from life. As Krishna says, howsoever you perceive me, I will appear to you like that. It is even proven in the laboratory, in atomic laboratory. They were wondering the particle, the atomic particle, whether it's a frequency or a point in the cosmos. And they were surprised. When they look at it as a particle, it becomes particle. When they look at it as a wave, it becomes wave. So this is the free will here. So it's your choice. You want to see yourself as something rigid and one bad piece of cosmos, one accident of cosmos, or you want to look at yourself as the creation and creativity of cosmos. So relax and represent this creative, beautiful cosmos. That is the only way. Rest is just mind games. Hari Om. Namaste. Ram.